Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Sam U. Ray, Dragoon 80. He likes baking and long walks on the beach. He claims he has a hot hand, but I don't believe it. We get started with a shuffler special with all the stuff we like to have, but we'll be at risk if we don't get another land by turn 3. Keep your pants on. We luck out and draw an archive on our first draw of the game. Let's play it and check out our next draw. An island is absolutely perfect. That will let us play Synthesizer on turn 3, then we will have the mana to make a copy of it with 3 steps ahead. It's an awesome line of plays that is often back-breaking for the opponent. They play a Rocco, which is fine. He often helps opponents too much, while gaining minimal benefit to the person who played him. We're right on schedule with our turn 3 Synthesizer. Then, on our next turn, we can fire off 3 steps ahead to make a token copy and really start turning out robot overlords. On top, we have a land and an angel. We'll pass on the land, but we might be able to make use of the angel. Keep in mind that Rocco will do his thing. The opponent gets a decent squad down and send in their men. They've got the early board advantage, but we have the capability to catch up in a hurry. We drew a second angel, so we're going to be fine if we let the Rocco angel go. At this point, I think it might be more critical to make a surprise synthesizer over getting the angel in play. They seem to have gotten a pretty good hand and unload another pair of legends for the triggers. We might be taking a decent amount of damage here, but we will be firing back on our turn. They send it, special delivery, but we've got our surprise coming up. On top, we have a land and a high noon. We'll go ahead and send the high noon on down, as we will need to double spell in order to catch up. Our first robot overlord will eat one of their men. We need it to survive because we're sending him in for damages on our turn. Every hit is important. We'll play the free Rocco land. Thanks for helping us out when we're down, bro. Then we'll play out the banner. That'll give us 3 mana that we can use to play out the angel. We'll give our robot overlord lifelink and send him in. 10 life is significant. It should buy us another turn, or maybe stop them from swinging in. Amazingly, they take the hit. That's half their life gone, and we go up to 14. Their big play is a Roxanne, the one who poops stones. Her rocks hurt, though. They hurt pretty bad. They hit the angel, but even with it gone, we still have a team of 9/9 blockers, and they only have 3 big guys. The rest are 1/1 token men. Let's see if they send it. They do. They turned a bunch of their blockers sideways. That's GG's for those keeping score at home. Did they just realize they shouldn't have hit attack all? Well done, bro. As in cooked well done. This if lift like a ninja. No wait, it's lifted ninja. Where were you lifted to, bro? We get a 3-lander with double synthesizer and an angel. The resolve will be the game ender. Keep. All right, time for the first synthesizer. And there's a hitch. Do they have something? A counterspell. That's unfortunate. But we do have a second synthesizer in hand, waiting for the right time. They kept a 2-lander and are stuck. Well, that's too bad. For them. We'll go for a Simulacrum and see if they have another counter. If they don't, the land fetching ability will get us up to 5 mana, and we can play our synthesizer and have the mana to pay the extra for their counter. They hit our sad robot, there will be no ramping today. So that's what they're up to. They drop a synthesizer of their own. They landed theirs first, so that gives them a slight edge. We get ours down, and we can take a look at the top 2 cards. It's a Meteor Golem and a Passage. We'll take the land, and no point in sending the Golem on down, since it'll get shuffled away when we use the Passage. Bro plays out a Forge. It's a good card, but it's a tad bit too slow. Focus on making robot overlords, not small tokens. We'll play out the banner first, then follow it up with our angel. That'll get us 2 robot overlords that are a bit bigger than what they can field. They play another Forge that will get them a second robot overlord, and now they'll have a 1/1 and a 2/1 attacker. That's impressive, bro. They send their tokens and we'll block up. You scratched the paint, bro. No worries, we'll send you the bill. We'll play out one of our resolves this turn. That'll give our team a boost, then we'll send in the angel and one of our robot overlords. We'll keep the other back to block. Amazingly, they take both hits like it's nothing. That's over half their life gone. Blocking has become a lost art, apparently. We'll send away the angel and the banner. Note that you can also ship the synthesizer for the scry when it returns, but in this case, I didn't want to make our robot overlords too small. Are you mad, bro? Is that why you're sending everyone? They left absolutely nobody back to block, so they'll need to play out more men, or they are toast. No jam. Only charred bread. We don't really need to block, but we'll stop the 2/1 token as a formality. Okay, this is where they play out some blockers. But they passed the turn. Their pants didn't fall off, their brains did. Oh, I see. They thought their crab would be enough to stop the beatings. But they're mistaken. That only takes care of 2 of our robot overlords. We've got another pair inbound, and they're going to hit the ground running. Very well done, bro. GG's. No need to play anything else out. We'll go straight to the attack step. Exacxes. Our synthesizer came out on top. This is Tormenty D. The bad breath is strong with this one. We get a 3-lander with double 3 steps ahead and an angel. The resolve will be the mid-game winner here. Keep your pants on. Our surveil land shows us an island on top, and we'll keep it. The resolve needs 5 mana, and we'll want to get it down at some point. Their man lands are something we need to keep an eye on if the game goes longer than expected. Bro drops a 1/1 Hydra. That's cute, but it's going to take a while to get the job done. Did you not have anything else, bro? We'll go ahead and drop an angel. It's a great attacker, and we'll be fine trading blows the rest of the game. Akami is their play, but it's nothing we need to worry about. We'll be able to get in for damages on our turn. They go for a Contaminator, but we can counter it or keep to our line of making an Angel copy. If we counter it, we'll keep control of the board, and if we make an Angel copy, we accelerate the amount of damage we dish out. That sounds better to me, so we let them have their 4/4. We'll make a copy of our Angel at the end of their turn. The archive shows us a Crawler on top. He's been very good in games so far, so we'll keep him. We'll load up one of our Angels with all the abilities and get in for damages. They can hit back for 5, but we're hitting for 6, and we're gaining 3. It's an easy race we can't lose. They go for a gift we did not give them. Who said you could play that, bro? Let's counter it and force them to eat the 6 damage we're sending in. Eat it, bro. Eat it like a pie. They spend 3 mana on another Kami, but it's not going to be enough. We have another 2 attack steps before we knock them out, and they've got a lot of work to do to overcome the deficit. They send in their men, but we're not blocking. That's only 5 damage, but we're gaining 6 when we hit them. We'll double up on lifelink this time around and send in the Angels. Open up, bro, you've got a beating coming. They go for the gift, but we've got a counter at the ready. Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Put that back in your pants. We could draw here, but we want to play out the Crawler after combat. The Crawler will take them down to 4, then down to 3 on our turn. Any one of our Angels will be lethal when we swing in. Bro went on a vacation, the pants fell off, the wheels fell off, and the brains were crushed by Angels. GG's, bro. This is Ricky. No, wait, it's Rickay. Rickay, you're so fine, you blow my mind. We get a 3-lander and we get to go first. We've got a Synthesizer along with one of its best friends, a 3 steps ahead. This is an excellent hand. Keep. Our archive shows us a Simulacrum on top. We'll take a second one. It triggers the Synthesizer, ramps us, and when it dies, draws us a card. We land our Synthesizer on schedule, and they haven't made any plays yet. Make plays or get crushed, bro. Let's see what we got coming up. That's another Synthesizer and a Resolve. We like both, but we can't keep the Resolve while we're stuck on 3 lands. They plop down a Glimmer Seeker, and usually a 3/3 for 3 mana is a pretty good rate, but when you're up against robot overlords, you need a 9/9 for 3 mana. A second synthesizer would be amazing, but we'll want to be able to stop their 3/3 in its tracks and threaten them with some serious beatings on our next turn, so we'll play out one of our Totes. They play another Glimmer Seeker, but those guys are not big enough to get involved in hand-to-hand combat with a robot overlord. We'll play out another Tote and make our robot overlord bigger than their hopes and dreams. The pain is coming, bro. Block up. Block up like your life depends on it, because it very well could. Our opponents have not been into blocking. It's a skill that's been forgotten. Bro plays out a vehicle. That's the opposite of what you need. You need more blockers, not something that taps your existing blockers. Their removal taps their men. You just killed yourself, bro. We'll drop an angel for the life gain. It's also enough to make our robot overlords lethal, even with their blocker. GG's, bro. This is the 84 emergency response system. Let's see if they can block. We get a 3-lander with only a tiny bit of action. The Tote can stave off death while we draw into our bombs. Then we'll make it rain bombs on this mofo. Keep your hopes up. They get a Loam Speaker, which is fine. It's kind of a weird mana guy, so something odd is up. We'll play out our banner. It's not the greatest play, but this will set us up with better turns in the future. They hit us with a land, but that's not going to go the distance. We draw a synthesizer, and it's time to start dropping bombs on their fragile skull. On top, we have 2 lands. We'll keep one, but ship the archive. They are dead set on beating us with lands. That might work against some people, but we've got the power of Synthesizer on our side. The mighty Tote comes down, and our first robot overlord will come out the factory all shiny and new. And it's a 7/7. We'll play out the Helm also, and that'll make our men true beasts. Sometimes you have nightmares, and sometimes you have to face them on the MTG battlefield. We'll play out the Simulacrum, then send in the AI. At their size, they will have to block 1. Bro knows how to block. For a second there, I thought all our opponents had forgotten how to throw a guy out in front of a bus. The intelligence is artificial, but the beatings are real. They play out their magic trick, but they don't have enough to take us down. Very cool, bro. Tell me more. We'll block. No, wait. Let's only block with the Simulacrum. That way we get a draw. That's right. Skate on out of here, bro. Don't look back, or we'll send the robot overlords. GG's. This is Caldrogo. No, wait. It's Drag UT0. I'm not that big on T, bro. We get a 4-lander this time out with double Spider. It's at this point we decided to take out the High Noon for the Spider, a proven MVP in previous synthesizer decks. Keep your pants on. Only swamp so far for them, so they might be on mono black. We'll drop one of our spiders and ramp up. An unstoppable slasher. We'll be putting his name to the test. We get a synthesizer, so that's going to be our play. Prepare your shorts, bro, for a staining. On top, we have a land and a tote. We'll keep the tote, but the land will have to go on down. They play a tenacity, then send in the slasher. We'll block up here, there's no need to take 11 here. Sure, we lose the spider, but we're about to start dropping bombs on their precious dome. Tote inbound, it'll give us a pair of 1/1 men, and our first robot overlord will exit the factory. Then we'll follow it up with our helm. We can use it to generate more robot overlords, while also making map tokens to boost their stats. It's too early to say it's GG's, but it's GG's. Mono Black can't take out artifacts, and if they hit our robot overlords, we can make more. We have more robot overlords than they have removals. Send us your slasher, bro. We'll eat it and poop it out in the same turn. Instead, they play out an annex. I'm all right with them taking 2 damage. At 12-12, they will have to block one of our robot overlords. They can't just take the damage. Who is going to have to go one-on-one with one of our great ones? The slasher volunteers or gets shoved in the way of a robot overlord. This slasher is getting stomped and will never slash again. Also, his food will have to be liquefied. Oh wow, they block up like blocking world champs. That's how you do it, bro. Their slasher is in the hospital trying to recover in time to get shoved in the way of a robot overlord, but by the time he recovers, it's going to be too late. They make a big flying demon, but it's not enough. We'll make a robot overlord copy. 1 blocker is not enough. We draw a synthesizer. Let's play it out before we send in the team to break their face. We're going to serve up a metal knuckle sandwich. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. This a Jar MDZ, Medical Doctor Zombie? You can heal your own wounds, bro. That's going to be useful. We get a 3-lander to start this one. We've got a Tote and a Crawler as the notable cards. We do have a Resolve to help out in the mid-game. Our archive shows us a mountain on top, which we'll need if we want to play our Resolve at some point. We draw a banner, and that is going to be our play. We're 1 turn away from being able to play the Resolve. We're still not quite sure what they might be up to, so I think this has to be a Resolve turn. It'll let our men attack in right away, and we'll be able to blink out anything that has an Enters Play trigger. Side note, the Resolve will let us reset our banner, in case we want to rename which creature type gets the boost. They play out Elenda, the meaty and beefy 4/4 with lifelink. It's likely they are on life gain combo, but it's too early to tell. Dropping the Simulacrum in would be fine. It'll give us an extra land and we can blink it for land fetching every turn, but then we're vulnerable to their 4/4. Let's go with the Tote, and that will let us generate a growing crowd of 1/1 men. Elenda has hexproof from instants, so Fel would be brilliant against her. They pump their 4/4 with a roll token, but that's fine. We have a pair of men we can throw away while we build up. A 5th land will let us drop in a pair of 3 drops this turn. First up is the Spider. Get in there, bro. We'll follow it up with a Helm, which will let us generate map tokens as well as make more token blockers. Let's send the Spider in. They can block it if they're all right with losing their guy. That's a hit for 3. In this game, every point of damage could matter. We'll blink away our Spider, the Banner, and the Tote. That's hilarious. They have to use a removal on a token. They get out-resolved, so we might be running out of juice. We need some good draws if we're to stand a chance. We've got the mana to use the spider's ability. It's the first time I think I've ever had to use it, but luckily it's there. That's a double synthesizer in the top 4. Of course, they're together. We'll grab one, and that will be our play on our next turn. They come in, but these are easy blocks. The tokens will take on their big guy, and the spider blocks the 3/3. We draw a 3 steps ahead, and we can wrap this game up with a copy of our synthesizer. But first, let's play it out. We have a Simulacrum and a Tote on top. We'll keep both, but let's get the Tote first. They go with a Conqueror, which means they are playing the combo. We can counter it, but is that better than making a token copy of our synthesizer is the question. In the end, I think we have to let them have it. We have enough artifacts that our robot overlords will be huge when we generate them, that we can overrun their defenses. They send in their men, but we've got our trick at the ready. A token copy of our synthesizer will get us a robot overlord. Then we can use the helm to make another copy of one of our token synthesizers. There's not a force on Earth that's going to stop our robot overlords. Oopsie poopsie, bro. You sent your men into the mouth of a shark. Let's chomp these little victims and then take it to their face on our attack step. We've got enough power to take out 3 opponents or one with 45 life. Brace yourself, bro. Robot overlords are coming. They want opponent flesh. Let's make a pile of synthesizers until we crush this opponent to dust. We could have lands on top, and that would still be fine. They are outmatched, and outpowered, and outmanned. They'll need a farewell to get them back in the game, and that's not in standard anymore. 40 men, so they have to block 2 of them, and even if they do, they go down to 3 life. Hilarious. Thanks for the comedy, bro. They know it's over and don't bother to block. They go from 45 life to -77 in one shot. GG's, bro. Extra cheese. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.